there, Pokemon trainers and Pokemon masters. What's new, Pikachu? Got a plan, Hitmonchan? How's stuff, Jigglypuff? Brass tacks, Snorlax. Hello. We have finally returned for another episode of Leaving Pallet Town, a Pokemon podcast. I'm Anthony Curmudgeon, and I'm here to make sure your Poke knowledge is up to snuff. We've got a terrific episode for you here, but before we dive in, I must apologize for my long absence and delay. Our studio was infested with Raticates, and we had power outages because they were chewing through our cables. But all of that is in the past. Some helpful trainers cleared the problem, and we are once again able to do what we do best. Like I said, it's a terrific episode with some interesting Pokemon, the kind that really get things done. We've put a lot of work in, and I think you're really going to like it. Anyway, enough of me talking nonsense. Let's get to me talking Pokemon. Our first Pokemon is Weedle, the hairy bug Pokemon. Similar to Caterpie, it is a larval stage bug-type Pokemon often encountered in tall grasses and forests. It's about 1 foot long with an average weight of 7.5 pounds. It has a segmented body, and each segment is a sphere. The small round feet on each segment allow Weedle to crawl and climb quite quickly. Unlike Caterpie, Weedle is also a poison-type Pokemon. It has a conical stinger in the shape of a cone on the top of its head. It also has a barbed stinger shaped like a hook at the end of its tail. These stingers are used more for defense than attacking, but they carry a strong poison, so watch your step. Weedle also has a very large proboscis, which looks like a nose. It uses this to sniff out leaves it likes to eat from the leaves it doesn't. Though some scientists have observed Weedles later trying the leaves they thought they didn't like and deciding that they liked them too. I suppose there's no accounting for taste. Eventually, Weedle will prepare itself to harden into its pupal stage as it evolves into Kakuna beginning at level 7. It will later evolve into Beedrill at level 10. Our next Pokemon is the cocoon Pokemon Kakuna. A bug and poison type Pokemon, Kakuna's body is now encased inside of a hard, domed shell. This shell is about 2 feet long and weighs 22 pounds. Whereas Weedle was spherical and round, Kakuna is all sharp angles. It has 2 black triangle eyes that never blink. Kakunas in the wild will anchor themselves to tree branches and hide among the leaves because they are nearly incapable of movement in their current form. In fact, they can only harden their shell against attacking predators. Some Kakuna can use Poison Sting, but only if they knew it as Weedle. Kakuna is usually encountered in temperate forests or other wooded areas, but they have been observed in caves and rock tunnels, usually near the entrances. As Kakuna nears its evolution, its entire shell will grow too hot to be touched. It will evolve into Beedrill, beginning at level 10. And that brings us to our third Pokemon of the episode, which, if you've been paying attention, you already know. That's right, it's Beedrill. Beedrill, the poison bee Pokemon, is the final form of Weedle. Its body is now 3 segments: a head, a middle, and a stinger. Its body is 3 feet long and weighs about 65 pounds. Its head has 2 large red eyes and 2 antennae. Its two forelegs are tipped with long, conical stingers in the shape of long cones, and it stands on its two hind legs. Beedrill has two pairs of rounded wings. The stinger is striped black on yellow, and the barbed point contains Beedrill's most toxic poisons. Though it resembles regular bees and wasps, Beedrill has never been confirmed to live in a hive or follow the commands of a queen. But Beedrills have been seen working together in pairs or small groups to solve problems. And they will swarm if a single Beedrill in the community is disturbed. Beedrill flies at high speed when it attacks, using moves like Twin Needle and Pin Missile. Because of its high speeds, it's difficult for its opponents to defend or land attacks of their own. Beedrill are extremely territorial and will not hesitate to use their stingers, so be safe out there if you encounter a Beedrill. And here's something else. Weedle's daily appetite matches its weight, which means if it weighs 7 pounds, it will eat 7 pounds of leaves. But upon eating, Weedle does not double in weight. Scientists speculate that Weedle's body might be spending and consuming calories at an identical rate, putting the body in a sort of stasis. This really makes you think. This episode is sponsored by Silphco, makers of quality Pokémon products for decades. Their Silphscope is a must-have if you're planning on any ghost hunting. Remember, if you don't like it, it's probably not Silphco. And check this out. A Kakuna will not learn any moves through leveling up. Its only original move is Harden. Some scientists believe that as Kakuna's body inside of its shell gets softer, the shell will get harder. It will continue to harden until Kakuna evolves. It's time for a type versus type matchup. We're talking about flying type Pokemon versus rock type Pokemon. And in this contest, flying type has its head in the clouds because rock type has the competitive edge. And listen to this. Beedrills have been known to collect pollen, and some trainers claim they have even tasted Beedrill honey. But knowing how territorial Beedrills can be, I think I'll just take their word for it. It's another location profile. We're talking about Pewter City, a small city in northwestern Kanto that rests at the foot of a great rocky mountain. Home to Pewter City Gym and its trainer Brock, Pewter City is well known for its rock-type Pokemon. From Pewter City, travelers can start the journey to Mount Moon. Have you been to Pewter City? I have not. And here's a call for all of you fossil enthusiasts. Have you discovered a helix or dome fossil on your journey? Or perhaps stumbled over a piece of old amber? I've heard there's an experimental lab on Cinnabar Island that's doing interesting experiments on fossils. If any of my listeners are so inclined to visit and report back, I would be greatly interested. Oh, what's this? Another trainer spotlight. Be on the alert for hikers. These trainers like to use fighting and rock-type Pokemon. You might run into them on mountain paths and in caves or tunnels. Have you ever battled a hiker? And thanks, of course, to all of my listeners who've sent in messages or questions. I'm doing my best to respond to everyone. Do you have a question or a thought? Send an email or have a parent send an email to leavingpallettown@protonmail.com. That's leavingpallettown@protonmail.com. And as a reminder, there are only 2 L's and 1 T in palette. If you're ever unsure, it's right there in our title. Thanks for thinking of us, and we look forward to hearing from you. So that's that on that. A few facts, more figures, and just a dash of fun. I feel like I know more than I did before. What about you? That's the end of another episode of Leaving Pallet Town, a Pokemon podcast. I think it could be our best one yet, but who can say? I hope you enjoyed it, and now you're one step closer to being a Pokemon master. Until next time, keep it Geodudes. Stay tentacool. Take it slow, bro. I'm Anthony Curmudgeon. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you later.